Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. One of my favorite people to talk to on The Price of Business is Christine Crandell, and she's an outstanding contributor, an outstanding leader when it comes to the whole arena of understanding customer service and customer relations. And she brings some awesome interviews for us. She does a great column for Forbes.com as well. Christine, as always, glad to have you on.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Great. You know, I literally look forward to, with anticipation, days before I see you on my radar screen for that week that you're going to be on the program. I always look forward to it. So last week, all right, Monday, I get to spend some time with Christine. Tell us about your company first, and then introduce your great guest for us.
Oh, super. Well, Kevin, it's always a blast talking to you on this show. So New Business Strategies is a consulting firm that helps businesses grow their revenue by over 20% without additional investment. So how do we do that? We show companies how to deliver experiences their customers will pay a premium for.
Awesome. I got to love that. Tell us about your guest today.
Oh, my guest is super excited. He has recently been named an industry leader by B2B Magazine. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's created several companies before this and sold them. His name is Chris Golec. He is the CEO and founder of Demandbase.
Awesome. Welcome to the program, Chris. Kind of tell us a little bit about your company.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Demandbase is a personalization and targeting company for digital marketing. So we sell predominantly to medium to large size enterprises.
Awesome. Very good. And Christine, go right ahead.
You know, so one of the things I want to start with, Chris, is you say personalization, and that just sort of creates these two feelings. One, it has this feeling of goodness, because you see it in Amazon, it kind of works. And then the other side is the creepy thing, you know, when the ad for the product that you just looked at follows you from website to website and kind of at least creeps me out.
Yeah, me too.
So how is this different? So talk to us a little bit more about what do we mean by personalization in the B2B world?
Good question. And we all go to Amazon.com. We all have a very different personalized experience. Very engaging. Amazon's very successful. In the business world, or when you go to a business website, we generally all get the same experience, have a hard time what we're finding. So what we're doing is offering a level of personalization based on the company or industry you're coming from versus who you are as a person. So it's much less creepy from a tracking an individual perspective.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And tell me, you know, because I think she made a great point. It always freaks me out. You know, I looked at this one website, and it seems like everywhere I go, it pops up. You know, that company pops up again and again. That is creepy. It's like cyber stalking or commercial stalking. It's really weird. And so, how do you kind of explain in a little more detail how you make sure you don't get that sense?
Yeah, it's kind of like, just to draw the analogy with Amazon, Amazon has a one-click shopping. What we're helping companies do is offer a zero-click website. So you go to the site, our technology can understand that you're coming from, let's say, a large bank and help the company push the right content to people coming from the financial services industry. So it's much less about tracking a person across the internet as it is around helping bring the best content forward for that user. So it's not so much about tracking somebody, if you will.
Yeah, interesting. Go ahead there, Christine.
So let's kind of turn this conversation how this works into the B&B. And in reading what you say Demandbase does on its website, it sounds as if you're able to send non-creepy, specific ads and contents to companies based upon where they are in their sales cycle. And that sounds like magic. How do you do that?
Yeah.
How are companies doing that?
Yeah, it's all about the types of customers you try and sell to. So if you think about when the internet was created from Al Gore back in the mid-'90s, everybody rushed to get a website. And then the next 10 years was all about driving traffic to that site. And now we're entering this era of the age of the customer and serving a much better experience and trying to target specific companies that you want to sell to. And so we offer the ability to target messages and ads just to the companies you want to sell to or that are relevant, and then offer a much more personalized experience when they come to the site. And a lot of it has to do with engaging your existing customer much more effectively.
Yeah, Christine, give a follow-up to that.
Yeah, so I think that I think what's kind of interesting in that is let's do a use case. If I'm a company and I'm going to go to, would it be like a CNN, or what kind of websites do these ads show up to? And then what happens when I click on the ad, right? Where does it take me?
Yeah, good question. So our technology is extended from the advertising world all the way to the corporate website and even into the CRM system, so we can tie advertising to sales activity. But the ads would be targeted to specific companies that you want to sell to across business sites, specifically to the companies that you're interested in, and then the contextual level of the page would be relevant to marketers or finance people or sales people, so that you can really pinpoint who you're trying to target versus trying to spray and pray, if you will. And then as that person or company comes to the site, the entire experience is personalized for that company or for that industry of that visitor.
Let me ask you about how old the company was, and what did you see in the business landscape that made you think you needed to take this approach?
Yeah, there's an old adage around, 50% of marketing works, but you don't know which 50%. Right. It's more like 20% of marketing works, and I know exactly what 80% is not working. So there's so much opportunity for companies to dramatically improve the quality of the types of companies and visitors that they're driving to their website. And so we looked at developing a technology to make that possible. And so we're applying it from everything from advertising to website personalization to marketing automation, even all the way to CRM systems. And, there's a lot of opportunity, and our focus is all around fixing marketing, not just measuring or automating. We're all about how do we radically transform the way online marketing is done today.
Awesome. Go ahead there, Christine.
Yeah, so let's talk about ROI, all right? So companies are going to invest in this, and I know you've got some pretty impressive brands that are using this. I mean, like wow. So how do you measure ROI? So what does that look like?
Yeah, it depends on the application. For advertising, for example, we can triple or quadruple the number of companies you're trying to target and getting them to your website. On your website, we will double or triple the number of healthcare companies that get through your website to your healthcare content that you spent so much money developing. In your online forms, we will double or triple the number of companies that fill out that form, primarily just by eliminating the number of questions that you might be asking on that particular form. And then by connecting what you're doing in the social sphere, on your website, all that data, and connecting it with your CRM system, you can be much more effective about which companies are truly interested in what you're doing. And that's information that's super powerful to salespeople.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to mention real quickly, and then, Christine, I'm going to let you have the final question. Christine Crandell, she's here, regular contributor on The Price of Business. I want to encourage you to be checking her out over there at priceofbusiness.com. Her website, www.newbizs.com. That's NEWBIZS.com. And of course, her guest today, and Chris Golec, and he is with demandbase.com. That's demandbase.com. Christine, last question.
So real quick here, Chris, we talked about digital marketing and the role that this plays. Where do you think digital marketing is going to be in 2015? I mean, what can we look forward to?
I think we're going to continue to see an acceleration around focusing on the customer and really transformation of websites and advertising to really be much more targeted, much more privacy-friendly. There's just a lot of initiatives around making that a better experience for consumers and businesses.
Yeah, very good. Great note to end on. Thanks so much, Christine. Great job as always.
Thank you, Kevin.
Chris, delighted to have you on. Do you want to give their websites one more time? NewBizS, that's NEWBIZS.com for Christine, and of course, demandbase.com for Chris. And a great segment. Thanks to both of you. When we come back, we'll have much more for you. Actually, we'll have much more for you tomorrow right here on this program. I got so lost in time in the conversation. Make sure you check us out over there at priceofbusiness.com. Have a great rest of your day and spend it right here.